5G ROI. It's a tough one. There is issues around getting the return on investment on hundreds of billions of dollars spent on the spectrum. Finally, the operators are trying to get to a coverage addressed at this point. Still, the question remains around monetization. What are the new products? What are the new services? How do we actually extract additional dollars out of these services? Our view is that end of the day, the customers would pay for additional experiences, whether it be different products, different way of slicing the networks and providing the services, both on consumer and the B2B. So on the consumer side, the experience will make the biggest differentiation. Speed is less of an issue. It's more about how the consumers will actually consume the services in the way that they want to consume, and how it relates to the applications they use, how they relates to the contextualization of today I need this, tomorrow I need this, day after I need this, and so on and so forth. On the business side, enterprises need reconfigurable propositions. What I mean by that is finally getting digitalization in the process of consuming the enterprise services. Meaning I can buy 1 terabits per second today, and then I can go to 2 and back to half on demand, real time, in the way that they need to, without having to make a phone call and having a contractual discussion and so on and so forth. This is kind of the flexibility that they're actually looking for in order to be able to have a flexible model about how they source the products, how they pay for it on demand, right? The next thing is around private networks and the edge solution. So I call it type A and the type B services. Type A is the connectivity services, more or less the same way it is consumed and delivered, but the type B services are where the growth going to come from. So most of our customers are working on type B products, albeit it's early in the market. How to bring cloud application ecosystems and the OEMs and the 5G and the fiber into the ecosystem so they can actually be a solution provider as opposed to just a connectivity provider. We opened the 5G lab in May of last year, so which is roughly about a year ago. The idea was that essentially it's a platform. It's a platform for bringing different kind of an ecosystem players, whether it be cloud players, independent software vendors, and or system integrators, into a platform where we can actually build industry vertical solutions. And the consumers, the platform has two pieces, producers and the consumers. So bringing the producers and the consumers together on a platform where we can build and deliver industry-specific solutions that leverages 5G and the edge into a real set of use cases that you can actually really take it to market and accelerate the adoption of that in the enterprise space specifically. The second thing we do in the lab is it's an ecosystem of technology providers and also universities and the research institutions to bring together a really consumable technology, and also test it out in a way that is actually our service provider customers and enterprises can actually touch and feel. They can do beachhead deployments and also take it to the field in a scalable way. If you connect what I said on the 1 and the 2 in terms of monetization, where putting new products, new type of products, the type B products, and then bringing it together through a sandbox approach where you can bring APIs, we can bring cloud, we can bring different application systems in a think about making a recipe, right? So you're cooking a fancy dish means you need the ingredients and the recipe and the right amount of these things coming together. So the marketplace is an idea and also a platform where it allows the service providers to essentially sell solutions, leveraging the partner ecosystem, leveraging the cloud ecosystem, and also leveraging the connectivity ecosystem, whether it be 5G macro networks, 5G private networks, edge, extreme edge, enterprise on-prem solutions, put it all of that together, but in a way that the enterprises can consume through a digital experience, meaning you can go to a portal, you can browse, you can actually see the solutions, you can even configure the solutions. To a large extent, you can buy the solutions. There are some cases where you will be able to browse it, but you can actually buy and consume it because it requires some manual work. You got to deploy the fiber, you got to install radios. So that's the part that will remains non-digital, let's say. But the first part of it, in terms of being able to experiment, innovate, take it to market, is an idea of the marketplace where we have already onboarded about 24 partners by now in a year's time frame. We are very, very excited. We're actually working with large tier 1 operators around the globe, but the idea is catching on and we are super excited about it.